All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to demystify a practice you've probably heard of called Reiki. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break it down, give you a really simple, clear explanation of what it is, how it's supposed to work, and what it's really trying to do.
But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever had one of those days, or maybe even a whole week, where you just feel off? Like something's blocked or your personal energy is just kind of stuck in first gear? Well, that exact feeling is what Reiki is all about addressing. So, what is Reiki exactly? At its heart, it's an energy healing technique. And probably the best way to picture it is to think about a garden hose. You know how when the hose gets a kink in it, the water just trickles out? Reiki is kind of like the gentle hand that comes in and straightens out that kink, letting your natural energy flow freely again. Simple as that. Now, to really get this, we've got to first understand the big idea it's all built on, the whole concept of energy itself. The entire practice is based on this idea that our bodies aren't just physical stuff, bones and muscle, but a really vibrant network of energy. And as we go through life, dealing with stress, getting sick, or going through tough times, that energy can get kind of bogged down or blocked. It creates those kinks we were just talking about. So what's Reiki's job in all of this? Well, its main goal is to unblock that stagnant energy. And doing that almost always leads to the state of super deep relaxation. But here's a really crucial point. Reiki is designed to complement conventional medicine, not replace it. It's all about supporting the body's own amazing natural ability to heal itself.
Okay, so this brings us to a really, really important part of the practice. And honestly, it's one of the most misunderstood parts. The role of the person who's actually doing the Reiki.
Let's just clear up a huge misconception right now. A Reiki practitioner is not giving you their personal energy. It's not like they're a battery and they're transferring their charge to you. Not at all. The real idea here is that the practitioner is acting more like a channel or a conduit for what's often called universal life force energy. So here's how that flow actually works. Imagine there's this massive reservoir of universal energy out there. The practitioner is simply the pipe, a clean, open channel. That energy flows from the reservoir, through the pipe, and then it's directed to you, to wherever your body needs it the most. See? They're not the source. They're just the delivery system. Okay, so if the practitioner is just channeling this energy, what's the ultimate goal of a session? This is another key point we've got to get right.
And let's be super clear about this. The goal of a Reiki session is not to target and cure some specific disease or medical problem. It doesn't work like a prescription drug that's designed to attack a specific symptom.
Instead, the real goal is to promote a feeling of harmony and equilibrium throughout your entire system. The whole idea is that by creating this internal balance, you're creating the absolute best conditions for your body to then kickstart its own powerful, natural healing processes.
So if you were in a session, a practitioner would gently place their hands either on or just a little bit above different parts of your body. These hand positions often line up with major energy centers, which you might know as chakras. The energy then just flows to wherever it's needed most, helping bring the whole system back into balance and, like we said, supporting your body's ability to fix itself.
Now, because the focus is on overall balance and not just one symptom, the benefits people talk about are usually pretty broad. They tend to touch on lots of different aspects of our well-being.
And when that energetic balance starts to happen, its impact isn't just felt in one little area. The effects kind of ripple out across 3 different but totally interconnected levels of who we are.
This is what people call the holistic model. The benefits aren't just stuck in one category. Nope, they touch our physical, our emotional, and our spiritual states. Because from an energy point of view, it's all one big connected system.
So, let's start with the physical. The deep relaxation that happens in a session often leads to some really tangible benefits. People often report things like a real decrease in pain, a release of that muscle tension you've been carrying around forever, and way better, deeper sleep. Then you've got the emotional impact. Unblocking that stuck energy can feel like a huge weight has just been lifted off your shoulders. It can help release all that pent-up stress and anxiety. And this can lead to a much greater sense of peace and some much-needed mental clarity. And finally, on a spiritual or, a personal level, the benefits can be really profound. And this isn't about religion. It's more about a deeper connection to yourself, to your own intuition. It can bring about this deep sense of inner peace, and for a lot of people, a feeling of being more in sync with their life's purpose. Which brings us right back to this really essential idea. It's not the practitioner deciding where the energy should go.
A core belief in Reiki is that the energy itself is intelligent. It instinctively knows where the imbalances are in your body and flows exactly to the area that needs it the most, for you, at that exact moment.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. The entire practice is just about restoring balance. And if a state of energetic balance is the foundation, what do you think your body and your mind are truly capable of building on top of that?